Hey everybody, Melissa here, the Unlikely Hiker. So right now I'm at South Meadows Road. I've got one of these campsites, campsite number 12, and this is the week that I'm going to do, for the last time, I'm going to try this, a Great Range Traverse with my friend Brett. Brett is one of the other ski patrollers that I work with at Jiminy. He's younger than me, and that was one of my requirements, and also he should be able to tolerate me when I'm having meltdowns. So he is not here yet. I'm waiting for him to get here. It was kind of an uneventful trip up here. I thought it was going to rain a lot more than it is. It's actually overcast, but pretty nice out. It's about 5:30, almost 6 o'clock, and I'm probably going to go to sleep pretty early. I'm going to discuss our plan of attack with Brett when he gets here and have some dinner and pack it in early. I did have the distinct pleasure of running into my friend Chris, who is a ranger up here in the Adirondacks, and there was, I guess, a little incident that they were taking care of as I was trying to drive through. Roll my window down. I'm like, Chris, what are you doing? And he's like, yeah, I'll come find you. I got to take care of this. So anyway, it was awesome chatting with Chris. If anyone thinks that you have questions for a ranger, and maybe I could do a little Q&A with Chris, let me know down in the comments, because I think that that would be a ton of fun. He's actually going to be retiring this year. And, yo, did you hear that tree? He's going to be retiring the beginning of next year. He's probably going to have some time to answer some of my absolutely ridiculous questions. So tomorrow's hike, we are going to do 8 high peaks, about 22 miles-ish. And we're going to leave one car over at Rooster Comb Trailhead, and we're gonna hike from there, come around, end up coming off of Marcy, and we will be coming right from down the road here back to this campsite. The temperatures are actually pretty low. The wind chill at the summit of Marcy for this weekend is going to be in the mid to low 40s. So yeah, that's just not a place I want to be hanging out. There's possibility of showers and stuff, so we're just going to play it by ear. Again, I'm going to try this for the last time. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I am going to give it as much effort as I possibly have. So that being said, I will see all of you in the morning. All right, we are at the trailhead. I think Brett is back there writing in the Find My Dead Body log. So we're gonna get going. We're definitely gonna camp overnight, so I did bring my air canister. And wish me luck, guys. So we're not gonna do this as a 24-hour hike. We're gonna do it in 2 days. So I'm psyched because I can do this. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go check out this tree here, just to make sure that it's like performing all of it. Give me some good green stuff. I want the goods. I don't want this ancient shit. Hedgehog Mountain.
Yeah.
So are we taking the right or are we going
That is cool.
throwback?
Throwback. Where is the trail? This is not a good spot to be doing this. You don't feel it?
I do not, but it could be.
It could be. So we finally made it over the top of Hedgehog, so we haven't even hit a high peak yet. Go us. And we're headed over to Lower Wolfjaw. How far was it? About a mile?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
No.
No?
From Hedgehog.
Oh,
to
crap. It's
Lower
like a mile and a
Wolfjaw,
half.
It's 1.9.
Bruh.
Is it? Yeah, 1.9.
Yikes. Okay, so that's where we're headed. Slow progress. I'm definitely not going to be filming much today, except the highlights, and that's pretty much it. It's cold today. It's a little chilly up here.
Oh, there you go. You got a shot of it right there.
My hands are frozen. Nice. I'm sure you can't really see that. And we're just going to keep going. Let's carry on. Brett, any puns or words of wisdom? Oh, by the way, this is my friend Brett. See, you put him on the spot any other time and he's just rattling these things off.
Oh, I was supposed to say it. Oh, Crush Trail, do good shit.
There you go. So apparently I just missed Brett farting, which is super sad. So we're not at the summit, but we're just at like kind of the first viewpoint. There's not really much of a viewpoint from Lower Wolf Jaw, so we're not going to spend too much time there. I just thought I would share that little view. We're going to carry on. Okay, at the rocket speed of 1 mile an hour, we finally made it to the summit of Lower Wolf Jaw. Just shut up. I am suffering. This is Brett's first Adirondack High Peak. On a scale of 1 to 10, 0 being an option.
9.
9, okay.
9.
There you go. So that's pretty awesome. We're just going to take a quick break and then go over to Upper Wolf Jaw, where we're going to take a better break. So, yeah, that's where that video ends, sort of. So due to multiple circumstances, the weather, the night before and the day of, and the time that we got started on the trail, and the time that it took us to hike, it created a lot of issues. Go ahead, go swimming. So we had multiple issues that impacted our hike. By the time Brett and I made it to the call in between Lower Wolf Jaw and Upper Wolf Jaw and doing the math, there was 0 shot of us making it to our intended campsite destination, which was the Snowbird campsite in between Basin and Haystack, before dark. Now, I'm very familiar with the trails, but there was weather coming in, rain, with fairly cold temperatures. Daytime temperatures we had were in the 50s and they were going to drop. And Brett only had a tarp to sleep under, so we definitely had some challenges that we had to address. So we had to make a game time decision at that point in time. We could descend down towards like the Wolf Jaw lean-tos, or we could continue on. And the weather was going to be such that you didn't want to sleep on a summit, nor is that really allowed. So we opted to start hiking out. Definitely was not the hike I wanted. It was the hike I got, however. But the fun didn't actually end there. After descending and having quite the stormy night with pretty cold temperatures, Brett and I did share my tent because of the weather. We hiked out, had a nice breakfast and everything. And then we parted ways. He was going to Vermont to his family's camp, and, you know, not having a ton of money this year, I said, well, I guess I'll go home. So that's what I did. I went home early. But the adventure just wasn't over, and I had no idea. We're definitely going to get rained on soon. Anywho, so after slowly making my way home, just stopping, checking out some sights and whatnot, I got home and I was definitely bummed because of my money situation and job situation this summer. I was working a lot of days in a row. I didn't really have a good opportunity to get out and do much. So I was really looking forward to this trip, so it didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. However, like I said, what I didn't realize is the fun wasn't over for this weekend. I got home, unpacked all my stuff, dried everything, hung what needed to be hung, went to bed, get up the next morning, and I'm thinking about what I have to do today, which was mow the lawn. On the phone with my friend, and a text message comes in from one of the patrollers that I work with, and he said, "Are you up at Allison's?" Allison is another Friday night patroller. She's got a camp up in Northeast Kingdom. And I was like, no, I wasn't gonna go. I don't have the gas money to make it up there this year, unfortunately. And he said, "I'm flying up, why don't you come with me?" Now, Tom is a pilot and has a plane. I've flown his plane before. He took me out for my birthday a few years back, which was amazing. And yeah, I was like, oh my God, can I make this happen? So I did check with my mother real quick because she did have to watch my daughter for a couple additional days and watch Ruby as well. But yeah, so next thing you know, I had an hour and a half to pack and get to the South Albany airport, which it took me exactly an hour and a half. I just threw stuff in a bag. And next thing you know, I'm in Tom's plane and we're on a 2-hour flight, hour and a half flight-ish, up to Northeast Kingdom. Unbelievable. So that was an incredible experience. Like I said, I have flown with Tom before, but we were kind of flying around Jiminy. We flew over my house. I don't remember how long we were in the plane, but this was legit. Like, you know, we were landing at a different airport. Somebody was picking us up, one of the other patrollers that was already up there. And it was just this unbelievable experience, to be very honest with you. Totally forgot she had her AirTag on. I hope she did not ruin it. So we get up to the airport in Northeast Kingdom and we get to Allison's camp, and that's, you know, when the real fun begins. We did a lot of socializing and some drinking and some pool floaty thingies. She's got this big thing called Splash Island or something. I forget what it's called, but this big floaty thing that we all sit out on. And we had a great time well into the night. And then the next day, around lunchtime-ish, 1 o'clock or so, it was time for Tom and I to head back out. I had to get home, had stuff to do. So that's what we did. We flew back home. Really nice flight. Tom is an excellent pilot, by the way. And yeah, so that was just absolutely crazy that happened. Then after that, I did have the distinct pleasure of going to a nearly lifetime friend's daughter's high school graduation party. That was great. I cannot believe she and I have kids that are all basically grown. It's unbelievable to think about. We've known each other since we were 14, so it's just mental. And while at that party, I was talking to this lovely woman who was getting Emily and I a plate of food, and she runs a little program out of the church near me for kids, adult kids like Emily, and it meets a couple times a month on Sundays. And Emily is usually with me on Sundays, and usually we're not doing anything. So I do believe once summer is over and things kind of settle down, So I do believe once things settle down after summer, I am going to reach out and have Emily join that program. It's just a few hours a Sunday, every other Sunday, and that's it. So like, it's just mind-blowing how something that didn't work out ended up working into other things that worked out incredible. I mean, that's just mental. So yeah, so that was the adventure that I thought tanked that turned into being a completely different adventure. Did you find a bunny? Nope, over here. Leave it, thank you. Let's go. No. Stay here. Ruby, you've got burrs all over your face. Ruby. Oh, man. Oh, the rain has started. Thank God I got extra clothes in the car. So the purpose of this little story time, if you will, is that it's really important to remember, even if you plan for like this big trip and it doesn't work out, it's so okay, because maybe it wasn't meant to work out, you know, and those mountains will be there. So honestly, could I try again? Yeah, I could. I definitely probably would do it, you know, as an overnight, but I think I would modify it a little bit, because like the first 6 miles just to get to the first mountain are pretty significant. And frankly, I am getting older and things are just harder for me. Got a lot of arthritis, got a lot of, you know, just orthopedic issues going on. So for what it's worth, things are just going to look a little bit different for me because of that. And that's okay. It's truly okay. So that's the end of the video. That the hike that didn't quite happen the way I wanted it to, but it ended up being really an epic weekend that I will never forget. So cheers to that. Summer's starting to wind down, so if you enjoy summer backpacking, you better get out there because it's going to change quick. Take care. We will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.